I had to kick my boyfriend out of bed so that I could film this video, and so now you know a little bit more about what it is like to date a YouTuber. So I don't have all that many physical things for this favourites video because I didn't read many books in June. I'm really sad about that, but hopefully July. I'm just really behind on the 50 book challenge this year. I might even do worse than last year. I'm also moving towards the school of thought that I don't care how many books I read in a year and I shouldn't count them because they make reading more of a mission and less fun for me. I don't know. Where are you guys at with that? I know I want to read more books, and so setting myself a challenge kind of forces me to do that, but then I feel like a failure all the time. So, I don't know, help a girl out. So one of my book-related favourites this month is my Kindle. I got a Kindle Paperwhite, and I got it because I travel a lot, and my old Kindle from years ago broke ages ago, and I never replaced it, and I finally have, and I'm so excited. I mean, yes, I love physical books. I will always have physical books, but I hate carrying them in my suitcase. Also, for the Banging Book Club this month, we read The Game by Neil Strauss, and I read that on my Kindle because I did not want people on public transport to see what I was reading. That book is not one of my favourites, but the Banging Book Club is. So you should definitely check out the podcast that we did where we talked about that book. It's all about pickup artists. So it was interesting. Also, the Banging Book Club have recently signed with Acast, so you can get all of our podcasts either through Acast or iTunes. Them are the places that you can find us. So, unfortunately, The Game was the only book that I read in June, and that makes me so sad. I'm currently reading Sophia Khan Is Not Obliged, which has been on my TBR for so long. Also, I haven't read any of these books, but Penguin sent me a whole bunch of books for Pride Month, LGBT-related books, and I'm very excited. So first of all, oh god, books. Ruby Fruit Jungle by Rita Mae Brown. Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. Giovanni's Room by James Baldwin. And this I'm really excited about because it's like gay history, and I did sexual history at university and did a whole module on the history of homosexuality, so I'm like into it. And it is called Good As You, From Prejudice to Pride, 30 Years of Gay Britain. Oh, and it's by Paul Flynn. That is it for books. How sad. But in June, I watched a lot of TV. Not sure how that happened. Unfortunately, one of the TV shows that I did not watch was Orange is the New Black. I will get round to it. I promise. Okay, where's my notes? Where is my notes? I have a list of TV. I watched Master of None Season 2, which was incredible. It's set in New York, and it's basically just about this guy Dev's life. But there's loads of stuff in it about generations, about love, relationships, about sexuality, about race, religion. I don't know how to describe this because I'm just not good with words. Every episode was done in a different kind of style, and they just all like flowed on from one to the other. And there's an episode called I Love You New York, or New York I Love You, or something like that, and it is Master of None just has this ability to like ground you in really great human stories and then also just like blow you away artistically with how they make the show. Another one of the TV shows that I watched is Queer Britain, which is a BBC Three documentary that my friend Riyadh presented. Me, Lena and Lucy actually interviewed Riyadh for a mini-sode of the Banging Book Club, which I'll link below so you can check it out, but also just like go watch it. And if you are not from the UK, all of the episodes are on YouTube. I'm not going to remember all of them, but some of the episode topics are porn, faith, racism, homelessness, but the whole series is incredible. This next one I'm kind of confused about if I like it or not, and it's Westworld. Basically, the whole of season 1 was just on my plane, and so I watched it on the flight to LA, and then I finished it on the flight back. I don't feel like I was gripped, but it's interesting, and also it was confusing. I've now finished the first season, and I feel like I need to talk to some people about it because I'm very confused as to what has happened, what is the maze, and also the timeline of events and the chronology of it all. I'm like, what order did things happen in? I'm very confused. I'm also very late to the Westworld party, so you probably already know about it and you don't need me to explain it. But for those who have no idea, it's basically about a theme park that is like Western style, and all of the hosts there are like AI robots, but they look like people and they act like people, and it's a place where paying guests can go and kind of do whatever the hell they want with no consequences because the guests can't get harmed in the park. So they basically just go rape and pillage and murder, but it's about the process of the hosts, the robots, becoming sentient. And sentient? That's not the right word, is it? I don't know. Also, the flight I was on had Big Little Lies. I've not finished it. I think I'm like halfway through the season. I'm not sure if I'll continue. Please let me know. I'm kind of intrigued, but I'm also kind of like, I think the acting in it is phenomenal. But the premise is that you know there's been a murder, but you don't know who's died and you don't know who's done it. I do quite like me a crime drama. Maybe I will finish it. So that's all of my TV favourites. So now on to film. The only film I went to see in June was Wonder Woman. But you know what? I really enjoyed Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman was fun. I don't really have any intelligent thoughts on it. I just want more fight scenes with all of the Amazons. Because, oh my god, that beach fight scene with all of them, near the beginning, that was incredible. One of my favourite fight scenes I've ever seen on the big screen. I was just like, this is amazing. So I actually have just got back from LA because I was there for VidCon, which is this annual convention for online video. Also, I'm going to be at Summer in the City, which is a similar event in London the first weekend of August. But at VidCon, there was a Calvin Klein lounge for featured creators, and you could go in and get some stuff. I love my Calvin Klein underwear, and they had more, but this year they were sticking patches onto them, and it was very exciting. So I got 2 bra top things, one of them with lightning bolt and the other with black rose, but those aren't the exciting ones. Black bottoms with a peach emoji, obviously. This is the one I'm happiest about. I got Saturn because Saturn is next to Uranus. I'm hilarious. I feel like it's been a while since I've featured underwear in a favourites video, so you're welcome. Next up, we've got some theatre because I am so cultured. So I went to go see Tape Face, which is the new show from the boy with tape on his face, and it was amazing. I've wanted to see him for years. So he's doing a show at the Garrick Theatre in London, and I would highly recommend you go see it. Basically, he is a boy with tape on his face, so over his mouth, so he does not speak. There's no words during the show at all. It is kind of like clowning. There's a lot of audience participation, but if you're not sat on the outer rows, then you should be safe. There was just like lots of different bits and gimmicks where he would create funny, interesting scenarios and things with just like everyday household objects. I came away from that show being so inspired, being like, I want to play games with all of these things in my kitchen or my living room and like do these mad things. However, do not go if you are scared of balloons. That's all I'm going to say. Next, I have some music favourites. Well, one music favourite. Ali X released her new album in June. It's called Collection 2. I don't know how she would pronounce it, but Collection, but with an X, 2. I love Ali X. Her first album was amazing. I've seen her live twice. She is like a crazy, weird pop artist. At the moment, the song that stands out to me the most on the album is called Simon Says, because the way that I've interpreted it, and I hope I'm right, is that it is from the perspective of a girl who is in an abusive relationship. She is being isolated from her friends and from her family, but she doesn't see it. She's not at the point yet where she realises she's in an abusive relationship. She's at the point where she's like, oh, my friends and my family, they don't get us. They don't understand because he loves me and he says I'm a princess and he says that I'm the best and I'll just do whatever he says. The sound of it as well, like the music itself is so sinister and dark. So that is it for my June favourites, but I have a little announcement. I am leaving the internet. I mean, I'm not leaving forever, but I am going on holiday. Do you remember at the beginning of the year where I was like, I'm actually going to have a real holiday where I don't go on the internet for a week? Well, it is happening, and this is the last video you'll see until I'm back from that. I am not going to be on YouTube. I'm not going to be on Twitter, Instagram, nada. Me and my boyfriend are going to Greece. We're going to Athens for a few days where I'm still going to be on my phone just social mediaing for a little bit, and then we're going to Paros, which is one of the islands, for a week. And during that week, I am offline. So do not expect to see anything from me from the 6th to the 13th of July. I know I should be terrified, but I'm actually really excited because I'm going to be on holiday. So I'm going to be doing things. I'm even thinking of getting a disposable camera. Please don't forget about me whilst I'm gone, and when I come back, please still love me and pay me attention. I genuinely can't wait. Like, I need this. Thank you so much for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and let me know some of the things that you have been enjoying this month in the comments, and I will see you in a couple weeks. When am I uploading again? I don't know. Tuesday the 18th of July. So put it in your diaries now. Hannah's big return. No, it'll be just a normal video. Okay, I will see you on the other side. Bye.